All right, so for this first question, it says on a piece of paper, graph this system of equations. It gives you two equations, so y equals x minus 8 and y equals x squared minus 2x minus 3. Then determine which answer choices match the graph you drew and identify the solutions to the system. So when I talked to you the other day, I kind of explained, rather than doing this by hand, if we're going to graph, let's just use Desmos or your graphing calculator. So I'm going to use Desmos since you can see that on my screen. So our first equation is y equals x minus 8. Alright, so Desmos, graphing calculator, and I'm going to say x minus 8 is my first equation. Okay, so you can see it's a red line. And then I'm going to have a new equation. I'm going to go back here. X squared minus 2x minus 3. Okay, so type this into Desmos, x squared minus 2, not y, x minus 3. Okay, so then a couple things I noticed, like if you were going to draw this by hand, the graph x minus 8, it crosses, this is like from the beginning of the year, it crosses the y-axis, so the y-intercept from your equation is negative 8, and then it has a slope of positive 1. So you can see from 0, 8, you go up 1 over 1, and you have the point, well, maybe, it's showing tiny little decimal values. Okay, so there, 1, negative 7, go up 1 over 1 again, you have 2, negative 6, up 1 over again. So your slope is a positive 1, and your y-intercept is negative 8. The second one, x squared minus 2x minus 3, in order to graph that by hand, we'd actually have to do a lot of work to find, well, like a couple things to find the vertex, which is down here at 1, negative 4, and then your y-intercept is negative 3. If you see in your equation, that's the number that's by itself, okay? So if I look at this, I can see they do not cross, which means there's no solution. So I want to pick the graph that looks like this and that says no solution. So A is not correct because they cross. B, you can't really see, it's like messed up, but you can definitely see that they cross, so that's not it. C has no solution, but the line does not look correct. So D, right here, is the one that looks like the graph that we have on Desmos, okay? So the line has a positive slope, and then the parabola crosses the x or the y-axis at negative 3. They don't cross, so it's no solution, okay? All right, so this one, it says find the solution to the system of equations, select all that apply. So it actually gives you the graph. So it's saying, here's your two equations. There's the graph of the two equations. What is the solution or the solutions? So if you look right here, that's where your two points or your two lines cross. So that is on the x-axis at a positive 1, and it doesn't go up at all. So 1, 0 is that point, and there's your solution, okay? All right, last one is solve the system of equations. So here's your two equations. Let's go ahead and graph those on Desmos. So 2x minus 2. So I'm going to erase these two that I had here. So 2x minus 2, which is a line. That's a linear equation. And then let's go back. X squared minus x minus 6. So new equation, x squared minus x minus 6. Okay. So you can see right here at 4, 6, they cross, and at negative 1, negative 4. So I'm going to take a little screenshot of that. So 4, 6, and negative 1, negative 4. All right, so if I look back here, there's our answers, 4, 6, and negative 1, negative 4, okay? And so that's it. Most of this section was just graphing a system of equations and seeing where they intersect. And those are your solutions.